then the Bible ceases to be the Word of God. Okay?
The Bible never claims to be the Word of God.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Listen, they're not doing a remake of The Godfather, so you might want to do a casting call somewhere else.
Why do you get so upset? Why are you so quick to anger? That's not a good quality.
I just asked him a question.
I'm just telling you, this is not the casting room. Okay, so single.
Why would you do that?
Your view that.
Hey, crushing atheism. Can I ask you a question? You're a Protestant, correct?
Sure. Hold on. Let me just turn your mic up because it's kind of muffled. Okay, go ahead.
So you're a Protestant, right? Meaning that you believe in every single word of the Bible is always true, no matter who wrote it, right?
Say that again.
Do you believe that every word in the Bible is correct, no matter who wrote it, right?
I wouldn't put it that way. I would say that the Bible from Genesis to Revelation was infallibly inspired, and that all that the biblical authors affirmed to be truth is truth. There's recorded in the Bible statements by certain players that are false statements. So, for example, Satan said to Eve, it's recorded that he said to Eve, "No, when you eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will not die." Well, that stipulation by Satan was false, but the recording of it that he said it is true. Okay? So what you said, and I'm not trying to suggest you were not being an honest player, is actually a misrepresentation, or misconception, I should say, that people have.
I was just asking.
Yep.
So if there is a quote unquote contradiction, or some place says one thing, another place says another, what do you do with that?
Well, first of all, when God exudes, he does not exude falsehood. Number two, you're either going to allege a contradiction in the Bible. If you were a Christian, that would be a problematic. Okay, but if you're a non-Christian, you're going to have to explain why contradictions are problematic in your worldview.
Oh no, I am a Christian.
Okay. How long have you been a Christian?
My whole life.
Okay. Any particular denomination?
I'm really liking, I don't know, Eastern. I wanted to try to go to Eastern Orthodox Church.
So what have you been?
I've been more of a Protestant or non-denominational my whole life.
Oh, okay. What translation of the Bible do you use?
Well, I mean, I think looking at the Bible through only one translation gives it disservice. I use.
Do you have a Bible?
Yes.
What translation is it?
I have it on my phone, and I have multiple Bibles in the house.
Okay. Which Bible do you regularly use?
The one on my phone.
Okay. No, I'm saying, how old are you?
I am 16 going on 17.
Oh, okay. So you haven't been a Christian that long. All right.
16 years.
Okay. How long have you been reading the Bible?
I mean, reading the Bible is a big term. I mean, a general term. I mean, do you mean how long I've been studying the Bible?
Okay, sir. I've been a Christian for about 40 years. Mm-hmm. Of all the Christians I've ever known, when I've asked those kind of questions, they don't stumble over them.
I'm not. Reading the Bible is such a general term. I've read the Bible since I was possibly one, but just reading the Bible doesn't mean you understand it. You should study the Bible.
Yes, sir. You're being argumentative at this point. I haven't interrogated you. I just simply asked questions about your background as a believer.
Well,
I don't know why you're being defensive.
Well, the way you word them.
I'm just curious. I'm curious.
Well, the way you worded them.
Can you tell me what the gospel is?
Okay. Well, let me answer. The way you worded the questions was.
Can you tell me? Get to the point. Can you tell me what the gospel is?
Why do you have to interrupt me? I'm just trying to.
Can you tell me? We're going to get to the point here, sir. Can you
This
tell
guy
me
is a
what the
troll.
gospel?
This guy is a troll.
Okay, can you tell me what the gospel is?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I'm waiting.
Okay, you want me to tell you what the gospel is, not if I can't tell you. Okay. The gospel is the. Ah, that is actually a hard thing to put in the words. Okay, the gospel is from. Okay, the gospel is the story of God's creation through Genesis and until the end of time
Okay.
and beyond. In the simplest terms, I guess.
No, it's literally just good news.
Whoa! Would you please not help him in his self-destruction? Okay,
My apologies.
because I'm like a bloodhound. I can smell at certain times when people are lying to me. I can smoke them out. Okay. So what is the gospel again?
I just told you.
Could you repeat that?
Okay, it's the story of God's creation, including His Son, how He died for us on the cross, and how we are forgiven for our sins because of Him and through Him, and through faith and through grace. Well, actually, through grace by faith.
Okay. Do you regularly read the Bible?
Define regularly. I mean, I read it about every day.
Okay, that's fine. Can you tell me? And I'd like an immediate answer. Okay, if you don't know, that's fine. All right.
Okay.
I don't want to wait 10, 15, 20 seconds. Right.
Okay.
What is the most famous Bible verse that most people publicly proclaim?
John 3:16.
Okay, what's the last book in the Old Testament?
The last book in the Old Testament. Oh shoot.
You don't know. Okay, fine. We're going to move on. Okay. Who wrote most of the New Testament?
The New Testament.
Yeah.
Paul.
Okay. What's the fifth book in the New Testament?
Acts.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. So, do you have an objection to my position? You think there are contradictions in the Bible?
No, I simply just asked a question.
Do you think there are contradictions in the Bible?
I do not. I think there could be. I can think. Well, no, I think what I think personally is that the men who wrote the Bible could be flawed and could have said the wrong thing.
Say that again.
I think that the people who like the authors of not the authors of the Bible, the writers of the Bible could be wrong and could have written down wrong things.
Okay. Well, that's
Or things that I'm gonna guess.
that's a really bad indicator for you when you profess to be a Christian, because here's the problem. Okay.
Mhm.
Then the Bible ceases to be the word of God. Okay.
The Bible never claims to be the word of
Okay.
God.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? Listen. They're not doing a remake of The Godfather, so you might want to do a casting call somewhere else.
Why do you get so upset? Why are you so quick to anger? That's not a good quality.
I just asked him a question.
I'm just telling you. This is not the casting room. Okay. So single.
Why would you do that?
Your view that of the fallibility of the text is probably a good indicator to me that you are not a true believer. So do you believe that God can exude falsehood?
No, but I also don't believe that every
Do
word in
you
the Bible
believe
is written by God.
do you believe that the scriptures are God breathed?
I do believe they're inspired by God, but I believe people inspired
Okay,
by God can still be wrong.
now. Okay, do you believe that it's the minds of men or the text that is God breathed?
I would definitely say the minds of men.
Okay, well, that is not an orthodox position. Okay.
Isn't that basic doctrine in pretty much every denomination? This is the scriptures.
Listen. Hold on a second. So you have an unorthodox position in your alleged claim to be a Christian, okay? Because now you don't have a sovereign God which secures that His truth gets to the target which he sovereignly intends to, because now we have a fallibility of the text. You don't know whether what you're reading is revelation or not. Okay. So therefore, you and your worldview don't have a foundation ontologically, right, for intelligibility. So it's game over, lights out. Okay.
I mean, no, not really, because I can
Yeah.
believe
No,
in
no.
you.
Let me explain something to you.
Explain it.
Once you deny certain biblical doctrines, then it's game over. Okay. Now we need, in order for there to be intelligibility, we're going to need to know what the intelligibility for existence is going to require the God of the Bible and his unique property set.
As
Okay.
such as what?
Well, don't you know as a Christian?
No, I do, but what are they to you?
Do you know what God's unique property set is?
Do you know what God's unique?
Okay, listen, dude. Listen to me. Okay, I'm in my 50s. I don't debate or even converse with people like we're at the 9th grade cafeteria lunch table. Okay, I asked you a simple question. The fact that you're answering like that means that you're afraid to answer.
I asked you first.
Okay. Now, listen, dude, did you hear what I just said? We're going to say it one more time. This is not going to be like it is at the cafeteria table in 9th grade. Now, the problem you have once you deny the infallible text, right? Then you're not going to have special revelation so that you can know ontologically what the property set of God is. Okay. So whatever property set that you think of or claim for God, okay, there's not going to be any way for you to ascertain it. All right. Do you understand before I move on?
Can I answer with a couple of things before you?
I asked you, did you understand what I said?
And I asked you a question. Yes, I understood, but can I?
Okay, good. Now I'm not done yet. Now, when you start to speak to me, when you don't have an infallible revelation, which is a part of the property set of the God of the Bible, which you are denying, okay, then you're not going to be able to present ontologically what the ultimate nature of reality is. If you can't ascertain what the ultimate nature of reality is, or the property set of God, which is required for overall intelligibility, then basically what you're going to have is that facts are going to be uninterpreted. In other words, they will have no ultimate context. Okay? So it's game over. You see, you thought you were
you're hard strawmanning me here.
You thought I didn't strawman you. I said your position is game over. You do not have an infallible text. Therefore, you do not have an infallible revelation. You are not going to be able to identify in your model of reality what the actual property set of God is. The property set of the Christian scriptures, of the Christian God, are necessary for overall intelligibility. So, for example, if we have a spear chucker somewhere in an isolated island or woods somewhere, spear chucker. You know, I mean, I could use another term. I could say a registered Democrat. It doesn't matter that they're not exposed to the Bible, because the God of the Bible and his property set still exist that provide the background so that there can be intelligibility, so that spear chucker or registered Democrat can know some things that they cannot be wrong about, even though they may not have been a recipient of special revelation. But you've denied special revelation. Okay, you've denied the infallible text. Therefore, you have no way of identifying what the property set of God is. Now, do you have a means by which you can know what the property set of God is?
If you're gonna only let me answer by yes or no question,
I said, do you have a means?
if you're gonna let me only answer by yes or no.
I'm waiting for an answer.
Are you sure you want to answer? Because no matter what I'm
I'm waiting for an answer.
This isn't very Christian-like of you, sir.
Okay, last chance.
Last chance. I just want to know why you're so hostile and why won't you ever let me talk?
You have 15 seconds to tell me how you're able to ascertain God's property set.
You now have 15 seconds to comply.
All right. Well, the way I can do that is by God directly saying that. I can still take the message of the Bible and still take all the parts that God said or Jesus said.
The Bible is a fallible. Sir, you can stop right there. We've already gone over this.
Thank you.
We have already gone over this. You have a fallible text. You don't know when it's correct or not correct. So you can't appeal to the text. What are you going to appeal to for you to ascertain what the property set of God is?
By God himself.
Where did that happen? Did it happen while you were sitting on the toilet yesterday afternoon?
It happened in the Bible. I can take parts.
Sir, we've been over this twice, so we're not going to go over a third time. Your appeal to the Bible is DOA. Do you know what DOA is?
I guess not.
Dead on arrival. Okay? It's dead on arrival. We've been over this twice. You cannot appeal to the text because you don't have an infallible text. So it's game over. This is the third time I've explained this to you.
I'm gonna agree with you then. Then I'm gonna ask you. Then what about all the I'm not gonna call them contradictions, but what about all the, I would say, mistranslations from Kings to Samuel? How it talks about how David.
Okay, first stop right there. Stop. Listen.
I'll stop. Yes, sir. Please, Master.
You are presenting putative facts, right? Do you know what putative means?
Guess not.
Okay, putative means something is being presented as though it's a fact. Okay, you are presenting several putative facts, right? Now, those facts are either going to be interpreted or uninterpreted. I already explained it, but I'll go over it again for the new people who entered into the room. An interpreted fact is one that exists and is meaningful in virtue of what the ultimate nature of reality is. Okay? An uninterpreted fact is a fact whose existence and meaning is unknown vis-a-vis the ultimate nature of reality. Whatever criticism that you're launching against the Bible, okay, doesn't matter what it is, you're presenting facts. So what I want to know, are these facts interpreted facts or uninterpreted facts?
Interpreted facts. I'm quoting.
Okay, good. Now, okay, fine. Since they're interpreted facts, it means there's going to be an ontology that puts them in context. Okay, what is that ontology, and where did you get it from?
Describe to me, since I'm just so dumb. Describe me.
That's okay. Ontology is the nature, the ultimate nature of being, the ultimate reason why anything exists, and ontology is also going to refer, as I'm describing it right now, is the ultimate nature of being, and including that what is unconditionally non-dependent. So can you please tell me, so that you can have interpreted facts, what is the ultimate nature of reality?
You want me to tell you what the ultimate nature of reality is?
Yeah.
I couldn't answer this to you. I guess I couldn't.
Okay, good. Well, then if you don't know what the ultimate nature of reality is, then you are verbalizing uninterpreted facts, which means they are contextless ontologically. Okay?
All right. Since I don't know, can you please tell me what it is?
The ultimate nature of reality is the triune God of the Christian scriptures and his property set, followed by his creation and the foundational way in which he instituted and whereby he sustains it. Now, that's a truncated presentation. But since you do not have a fallible text, you have nowhere to turn to find out what the objective ontology is, or the ultimate nature of reality is. Therefore, you have uninterpreted facts. So it's game over, lights out.
All right, then since I must be wrong that the Bible is infallible and it has no mess ups or screw ups nowhere ever, right? Then may I ask you a
Well,
couple
just read
questions?
Second Peter.
Oh,
Just read Second Peter for the
yeah. So
written like
we're so
60 years
basically
after
you
Peter
don't
died.
understand. You see, dude, you didn't fool me about being a Christian.
I am a
Because
Christian.
Christian, well, if you are a Christian, there's a huge problem you have because the God you believe in has not given revelation, okay, that is infallible. Your God, okay, has not given revelation that is guaranteed to get to his target, whether or not the target, meaning us humans, retain it or walk away. So you have a major doctrinal problem on your hand as a Christian. Okay, I have never met in my 40 years of being a Christian somebody who thought that the Bible was fallible. In other words, the text
Dude, this
itself
is your life.
could be
This is
wrong
your life.
at
You
any
can't
point.
differentiate between life and
Okay.
virtual life.
Yeah, I don't need. Yeah, I
You're
want you to
loser.
listen.
Can you
I
fucking
want you.
spell
Okay,
that?
okay, I'll give you
You
one more
cannot
chance. Okay,
fucking
bye bye,
differentiate.
bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. As Jim Carrey said, loser. Bye bye, loser. Who's the loser now?
I like Jim Carrey until I turned into a
Yeah.
leftist.
Yeah, yeah. I did. I used to like Jim Carrey until he turned into that whack job.
Since I am wrong and I perceive things as wrong when they aren't,
The
can I
problem.
ask you questions
Yeah,
since you're so smart?
the problem that you
You're
have.
not answering my question.
The problem. Okay,
You're
listen.
not answering my
Okay,
question.
bye bye.
What?
Yeah. Maybe mom. Maybe being that you're a minor and you're a 16-year-old boy, maybe you might want to go back to mommy and daddy and ask them to teach you some manners. And if anybody thinks that this schmuck is a Christian, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell. See, I run across people all the time lying to me about various things. He may have been brought up Christian. Okay, he may have, had nominal contact with Christianity. He's not a Christian. He's lying through his teeth.
I feel like he sounded like he was born into Christianity, but his parents weren't religious at all.
Yeah,
he's more of the it's alright, just be a Christian, but you don't have to read the Bible. You don't have to.
Yeah, listen. People like this schmuck and other people like Edelon that I talked in the room above, they think that they can outsmart the wisdom of the Bible. But once you understand biblical theology and you understand transcendental reasoning, kind of like Snoke said, it cannot be defeated. It cannot.
Pathetic child. I cannot be betrayed. I cannot be beaten.
What's the topic of debate right now?
Oh, some guy was lying to me that he was a Christian. That he told me his view on the Bible, that it was fallible, and I used what he said to wreck his whole.
At least he's not Protestant.
Fuck those people. Sorry, is swearing okay on this server?
I would prefer that you not.
Oh, sorry.
Listen. I occasionally swear, and I shouldn't. So I'm not.
That's my first time.
Okay, just please try not to. Okay.
Cool.